Hey friends, Billy from LM Cases here, and today we are going to take a look at our tour grade 65-inch monitor lift case. Now I know what you're asking, I know what you're thinking, I know what you're commenting. Billy, what is a tour grade monitor lift case, and why is this thing so expensive? Well, this is the reason why this thing is so expensive. LM has been on the hunt to make a really heavy-duty monitor case, a monitor lift case, since the mid to early 2000s. There are a lot of lift cases out there in the world, and I think that this current rev that we make is the most heavy-duty and the best that you can get. There is a huge discrepancy of available lifts on the market, and I think any of you who are familiar with maybe the other lift cases that are on the market can look at our lift and immediately see there's a huge difference. So this particular lift has 5 actuators in it. There is a screw actuator in this column and this column, in addition to 3 on the main masts. This entire lift mechanism floats in foam and cradles the monitor when it's in its down position. So if you notice these 2 blocks on the side, this is specifically designed around the contour of our 65-inch Sony commercial grade monitor. These blocks are what is called Crosslink foam. That is a style of foam that is very non-abrasive. The only bad thing about Crosslink foam is it's very thick. So to counteract the thickness and then therefore the lack of shock protection, we have ester foam sandwiched at the back, and there's also ester foam on the side. So if the monitor takes any type of hit while it's in the case, it is cradled by foam. The lift mounting mechanism is modified in a way that the monitor is physically bolted to it in 2 different planes. So there are steel parts that go in the sides here that prevent the monitor from shifting up and down, and there are also brackets that prevent it from, the brackets go left to right. There are also mounting brackets that prevent it from going up and down. This case is designed to travel on any plane. So if you're flying this, if you're, as an example, a football team that is chartering a plane and flying this, this case is designed to fly on any plane that it has to. Obviously, it would be ideal if it rides on its casters, but we can't control what people do with our stuff when they're trying to load a truck. So another LM advantage is this particular case comes wired already, so the monitor is installed and provided by us. Again, this is a commercial grade Sony monitor. There is cable pathing and cable raceways that go along the back to make sure that none of the wiring gets caught. Everything is terminated at this panel. So for the TV, you get 2 HDMIs, a 3.0 USB, and a Cat6 Ethercon jack. The case is powered by a True 1. So with this case, you get a 25-foot Edison to True 1 cable that we make in-house. The panel also has what we like to call our 5278 to D adapter. So if you don't want the True 1, which I don't know why you wouldn't, other than it's an esoteric connector, and you want to populate that with a male recessed Edison flange, you can do that as well. While we're on the side of the case, every plane of the case has marine grade plastic runners. So again, if you're flipping this thing or you're stacking it or doing anything like that, the marine grade plastic these are basically rub strips so that you won't tear up the aluminum. The top lid here is supported by gas springs. This is designed to stay open, obviously. There is an additional front lid that goes on here, and if you'll allow me, I will put that on for you. So with the front lid on, this is the primary mode of operation for this particular case. The only reason that we have the front lid is for the ease of integration on our end and then maintenance by the customer when they get this case. These particular cases are very, very difficult to install. If you don't have this front lid, you basically have to climb in and out of it. And then if you drop something down there, because it's so deep, generally we don't like to make any plain, or so if you're looking at a case that's this style, which in its current configuration would be an A style, a trunk on our end, we don't like to have anything deeper than maybe the average person's arm, so that if you drop something down in there, you can't get it. So at a whopping 5'4", my arms are too short to reach anything in the bottom of the case. So even if you're substantially taller than me, I would bet that your arms aren't much longer than mine to get down there. So the lift is operated very simply. There is just a push button on the side here. So one push goes down. And the monitor is returned in its very comforted and cradled state in the case. So with this case, you do get two accessory compartments here. One is hinged and one is removable. This hinged one on your left-hand side comes with an LM, sorry, there's a coffee cup in here. There is an LM Tour Systems valet bag that comes with this. And when you buy a case of this caliber, you certainly do get a bunch of different swag. So in the factory config, the current in 2025, you get a t-shirt, a coffee cup, and a bottle opener in addition to your LM Tour Systems valet bag. And the real reason for that, not only as a swag transport modality to outfit you in LM Case's gear when you buy your new case, it also gives you a spot to hold things like patch cables, the remote, or anything like that. So even though this compartment is rather small, it does, as you can see, the TV remote is actually down there. It does let you just give you a nice spot to put everything. So these are Southco slam latches, and they just close like that. This middle accessory compartment has a removable lid, so that if you have larger items like boxes or anything like that that need to go with this, you can just take it off. It just makes it easier to load. This accessory compartment does go all the way to the bottom, and on the rear of the case is accessible by this hatch. So if you, again, if you do have larger items that you need to take care of or you need to transport with this case, you can. This bottom accessory compartment is just, again, for maintenance. This allows you to see any of the cables or anything like that. So should something come unplugged or a jar or anything like that, you do have access to all of that. There is also a shelf back here, so that if you want to use this as a presentation device to mount a computer or anything like that, there is a shelf with a cable passage down there to allow you to do that. There's also an additional Edison outlet down there that will allow you to plug your computer or anything like that in. So the primary use for this case is for a couple of different things. This particular case and another one just like it is going to the Miami Dolphins for game films. And to that end, it pretty much all works the same way. We've also built these for other touring and for companies who need something for either side stage monitor preview or production meetings at the beginning of the day. These are really great for colleges who are looking for something for recruiting or anything like that. You can wheel these around your campus very easily. They're very rugged. The monitor's not going to break. And again, it is a commercial grade monitor. So for those of you not familiar with that, it is everything is just built with a higher grade of component. Where the race to zero for monitors are now making 65-inch monitors that are $400 or $500. This is actually a commercial grade monitor, and it is designed to be used every day and on for a very long time. So if you have any questions about this or anything else, you can send me an email, billy@lmcases.com. If you'd like to purchase this case as is, you can direct from our web store, lmcasesonline.com. And if you'd like to see the daily goings-on of LM, check us out on Instagram. We are LM_cases. Thanks so much for stopping by. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.